What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mr. Sanchez here, coming at you with another vid. Alright, so now I like to ask a question, and I get asked the question a lot: what are my top 5 greatest rappers of all time? Now, this list will vary between person to person. This is just my opinions. Your opinion might differ. Whatever your opinion is, whatever your top 5 is, put it in the comments below, and let's get into it. Now, I grew up on the East Coast, Strong Island, New York, so my top 5 is what I grew up listening to, is what I like. So let's get into it. Number 5. Number 5 for me is Big Pun. Now, I'm Hispanic, you know what I'm saying? And Big Pun was Hispanic, so I kind of related to what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? So to me, Pun was the nicest MC. Nobody was nicer than Pun. Nobody could get into a cypher with Pun and shine on him or nothing like that. With the wordplay, with everything, he was just sick. So Pun is my number 5. If you're not, I know everybody's heard of Big Pun, but if you listen to the first album, The Capital Punishment, just run through that album and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Revisit it, listen to it, and you'll see that the man was just super talented and just super, super sick. Also, he was the first Latino Hispanic that I can remember that made it big and was just nice, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, man, we had Fat Joe before that, but Fat Joe, I always liked Fat Joe, but I just thought Big Pun was just ridiculous, just phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? He was the first Latino in there, let everybody know, hey man, we ain't messing around. If you were in New York anyway, you already know how Latinos got down over there, you know what I'm saying? We always held our own, but this was just more like, just went more globally. So that, my top 5, Big Pun. Alright, number 4. Number 4, I got Nasty Nas, man. Esco, Nas. Dope rapper. Grew up listening to Nas. He was smart. Girls liked him. Dudes wanted to be him. I thought when I was a kid, I was listening to Nas, I thought I wanted to be Nas, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, It Was Written was just a dope album. I remember that whole summer when It Was Written came out. I was on the handlebars, drinking Old English, punching dudes in the face just for living, you know what I'm saying? Just doing stupid shit, and just that whole album brings me back, the whole time brings me back. Just Nas being witty and just having a lot of swag, and you know what I'm saying? I thought he was the complete package as an MC. He was gangster, but he could get conscious on you. You could go, if you got to listen to every bar to just catch a jewel here and there. Life lessons in the bars, and it just wasn't all ignorance. It was kind of some smart stuff to it. So number 4, I got Nas. Also, Nas took on the juggernaut Jay-Z in one of the most epic battles in hip-hop history. Jay was taking little jabs at him, you know what I'm saying? Little subliminals, and then, Nas just came out with that overhand haymaker and just killed him with ether. So, Nas is one of my top favorite rappers. He's personally one of my favorite rappers, but in this big spectrum of greatest rappers of all time, I'll put Nas number 4. Alright, number 3, we got Jigga himself, man. Jay-Z. Man, Jay-Z, you can't really say nothing about Jay-Z, man. Jay-Z's the coolest rapper to ever live, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jay-Z is a trendsetter. His flow is just sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, man, whatever he did, everybody was on. You know what I'm saying? Like if Buddy wore his hat like this, everybody was wearing the hat like that. He switched it up. He put the button up. Everybody wanted a Maybach and a button-up shirt. So he's a trendsetter. He's a mogul. you know, there's the Rockefeller movement that was in the, you know, mid 2000s, early 2000s. They just took over the game, and Jay-Z filled that void. You know what I'm saying? When Biggie and Tupac died, he just came in, kind of put New York on his back, put the whole rap game on his back, and did it big, man. Probably bigger than anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Jay-Z right now could drop an album and it'll sell more than your favorite rapper today. You know what I'm saying? So number 3, I got Jay-Z, man. All right, number two, I got the icon himself, Tupac Shakur, man. Tupac Shakur, dope, greatest rapper, bigger than just a rapper. He was a rock star. He was a modern day rock star. He was a bad boy. He had that style. He didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? To fucking shoot at cops if they were, you know, doing something wrong at somebody. You know, he did shoot at some cops in self-defense and got away with it. You know, but he also had a conscious side. So, you know, yeah, he was a thug, and you know, he would spit that street life stuff, but at the same time, he'll turn around and give you records like Brenda Got a Baby or Dear Mama and stuff like that. Plus, he was just a tremendous talent. Besides being one of the greatest rappers of all time, he was a poet, he was an actor, and his reach was just, it was just iconic. It was just bigger. He was just probably the biggest rapper ever. You know what I'm saying? Like in China, in Europe, everywhere, Tupac's lyrics have meant something to somebody. You know what I'm saying? So for number 2, I give it to the icon, the rock star, the rebel, Tupac Shakur, man. And my number 1 greatest rapper of all time, it's not a surprise to people who know me, but you know, for you internets out there, number 1 greatest rapper of all time, Biggie Smalls, aka the Notorious B.I.G., aka Frank White, man. Frank White, to me, Biggie, best rapper ever, hands down. You talk about his flow, he could flip it anything. He could get gangster on you, he could put you in a club vibe, something for the ladies, man. He was versatile. You know, Bone Thugs, man. Bone Thugs came on the record. They got on his record, and he out Bone Thugs. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know, Tupac had a record with Bone Thugs, but he stuck to Tupac's style, where Biggie flipped it to their style and made it his own, man. And, you know, besides that, I mean, in the 90s, if you were around that time, you knew how the impact Biggie had. But if you were in New York in the 90s, and you were there and you saw how big he was and how he just had the hearts of everybody in New York City. He was the sound of everybody in New York City. Like, I remember like waiting on my school bus, having, you know, Ready to Die in my ear, and just, man, it was just surreal. You know what I'm saying? And when he passed, when he died, it's kind of like, where were you when you found out, you know, Biggie died? Like, I remember where I was at, man. I got a page on my beeper, like 911, call me. I called and they're like, yo, Biggie got killed. I'm like, yo, you're a liar. Yo, turn on MTV. You turned on MTV and he died, man. You know what I'm saying? And it was just heartbreaking, you know, like it was just sad. And I mean, to today, I still go back and listen to all of it. It still slides, it still rides out. Still my favorite rapper, man. You know, it's always between him and Tupac. You know, those brothers died when they were 24 years old, man. So when you go back and you listen to Tupac's music or you listen to Biggie's music, it's just amazing to me how those guys were only 24 years old and talking so much game. Like, how did they get all that when they were only 24 years old? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. So, you know, Biggie is my number 1 greatest rapper of all time. You know, just from straight up skills, swag, and just his story. It's just a legend, man. That's it. So let me know your top 5. Put it down in the comments, or make a response video. Just whatever you want, man. We're just having fun. We're just talking hip hop, man. That's what I love. You know what I'm saying? I like to talk hip hop with people. You know, I'm a little older now, but I still speak to the young kids around me sometimes. I ask the young kids what their top 5 are, and it'll blow your mind, man. Some guy looked me in the face, told me his top 5. Gucci Mane was his number 1 rapper of all time. I'm not gonna argue with him. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. You know, same way I have mine, man, you have yours. That's what you grew up listening to. That's what motivated you on a daily basis. That's what you enjoy, so I respect it. You know what I'm saying? So that's it, man. This is Mr. Sanchez. Thank you for watching the video. If you like the content, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like the content, give me a thumbs down, man. It's all good. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.